For the next few minutes, we're going to dive into what might be one of the most important journeys of our lifetime. A mission that's about so much more than just a rocket. It's really about rediscovering a part of ourselves that we thought we'd lost.
I mean, just let that sink in. Somewhere out there in all that emptiness is this tiny, precious world, holding every single person you've ever known. And for more than half a century, all of us, all 8 billion, have been stuck here. We're a species that once touched the stars, and then we just stopped.
And that long wait, this 54-year gap, that's where our story really kicks off. This isn't just a number, it's a massive pause in the human adventure.
54 years. In that time, only 24 humans have ever traveled beyond low Earth orbit. 12 of them walked on the moon. And then, crickets. We just stopped going.
And you know, this creates a pretty stunning paradox, right? In those same 54 years, we created the internet, we put a supercomputer in your pocket, we developed AI, we've landed rovers on Mars, we even figured out how to edit our own DNA. And yet, we, as in our actual human bodies, have been confined to this invisible cage just 400 kilometers up, the orbit of the space station. It's like we became a bird that dreamed of the heavens, but never actually left its open cage.
Well, that cage door is about to swing wide open, so let's meet the 4 people who are gonna step through it. And they're not just astronauts. They're a perfect reflection of how far we've come as a people.
First up, Commander Reid Wiseman. This is not his first rodeo. He's spent 165 days on the International Space Station, where he saw 2,640 sunrises. That's a new dawn every 45 minutes. He knows what it's like when an alarm goes off at 2 a.m. and the life support is failing. He is exactly the steady hand you want steering us back into deep space.
Next, the pilot, Victor Glover. And his presence, it's more than just progress. It's a testament to incredible change. Think about this. During the Apollo missions in the 60s, a black man literally wouldn't have been allowed inside the mission control building because of segregation. Now, Victor Glover, an incredibly talented pilot, is going to fly this mission around the moon. That's not just symbolic. It's mathematical proof of how much we can evolve.
Then we have Christina Koch. She spent 328 straight days in space. Just try to imagine that. For almost a year, zero gravity was reshaping her heart. Her bones were losing density. Her spine literally stretched. Her vision changed. She has pushed the absolute limits of what the human body can take, and she's ready to go again. That's just pure, unfiltered human willpower right there. And finally, Jeremy Hansen from the Canadian Space Agency. His seat on this mission signals a massive shift. See, space is no longer a race between 2 superpowers. Artemis is a collaboration. NASA, the European Space Agency, Canada, Japan, and so many others. It's proof that when we decide to work together, even the impossible starts to look, well, possible.
Okay, so we've met the crew. Now let's talk about the incredible machine that's going to carry them. This isn't just a rocket. It's a masterpiece of controlled chaos. This is the Space Launch System, or SLS. It's almost 100 meters tall. That's basically a 30-story building. At liftoff, it weighs over 2,600 tons, and it's filled with supercooled liquid hydrogen at minus 253 degrees Celsius and liquid oxygen at minus 183.
But inside its engines, the combustion chamber hits 3,500 Kelvin. Now, to put that into perspective for you, the surface of the sun is about 5,800 Kelvin. So this rocket's core is burning at 60% of the heat of the sun's surface, all contained inside a man-made metal box. It's just wild.
So how does the whole thing not just melt? Well, this is where the engineering becomes pure genius. That cryogenic fuel, the very thing that's about to burn, is first pumped through the engine walls to keep them cool. They are literally running on the ragged edge of a thermodynamic hell, and they have absolutely no intention of falling in.
But just getting off the ground is only the beginning. The 10-day journey to the moon and back is packed with dangers that you just can't find anywhere on Earth.
So the mission plan, it looks deceptively simple, right? Launch, get into a stable Earth orbit, fire the engines to shoot for the moon, do a flyby, and come on home. But in space, every single one of those phases has its own hidden dangers. As soon as they leave Earth's protective magnetic field, the crew gets blasted with intense cosmic radiation. Here on Earth, you absorb maybe 3 millisieverts a year. On this 10-day mission, they could absorb up to 100. This radiation can literally shred strands of DNA and mess with the power plants inside their cells.
You know, the Apollo astronauts talked about this bizarre phenomenon, seeing flashes of light even when their eyes were completely closed. Turns out, those were cosmic rays, particles from stars that died billions of years ago, physically striking their retinas. They were literally seeing the universe.
And then comes the ultimate test of isolation. As their Orion capsule goes behind the moon, all communication with Earth gets cut off. For 45 minutes, they will be completely, utterly alone, just 4 heartbeats on the far side of a silent world. It's been called history's most expensive loneliness.
But the journey home brings the most violent phase of all, re-entry. The capsule is going to slam into the atmosphere at nearly 40,000 kilometers per hour. That creates a plasma shield around it at 2,760 degrees Celsius. That's half the temperature of the sun's surface. Their survival relies entirely on a heat shield that is designed to burn away, layer by layer, carrying that deadly heat with it. Its death is their life.
So you have to ask, why? Why take on all these incredible risks? Because Artemis II isn't the destination. It's the first absolutely critical step on the path to humanity becoming a multiplanetary species. Because this mission is the key. It's what unlocks everything that comes next. Artemis III will be the first lunar landing since 1972, and it will put the first woman and the first person of color on the surface of the moon. Then comes the Lunar Gateway, a permanent space station orbiting the moon, then a moon base, and then, the big one, a crewed mission to Mars in the 2040s.
For 54 years, we looked down. We told ourselves, hey, we got to fix our problems on Earth first. Poverty, war, all of it, before we dare to dream about the stars again. But in the process, we forgot something really fundamental about ourselves. We forgot that we are explorers.
The moment that SLS rocket leaves the ground, humanity is no longer an earthbound species. We become travelers once again. So this isn't just about going to the moon. It's a powerful reminder of what we can achieve when we dare to look up.
Our story isn't over. It's just beginning again. Let's meet on the moon.